our next tip is about the budget for the gift shop. And this is a tricky one because it's not just for kids, but also for adults. Okay, let's first see what you are up against. In the entire studio, there are three shops. The first one is after the Forbidden Forest. The second one is at platform 9 3/4. And the third one, which is also the biggest one, is at the end of the tour. And as I think it's Riley's video mentioned, when you first came to the studio, if you were early, you could actually go in the last shop because they don't they don't have someone to check the ticket here. So you can come into the shop, you can see everything, but you can't enter the tour because there's someone at the tour exit to check the ticket. Same as here at the tour entrance, people will check your ticket before they let you in. So that's one tip. If you want to avoid the crowd, you could do that. However, I will show you the video of the time when I was just arrived at around 5:20-ish, and there was already a long queue outside of this shop. The queue to the shop. And so this is the shop after Forbidden Forest on the Tuesday at around 6:54. It was a very small shop. There wasn't that many people in this shop. And I suspect, as Emily's mom mentioned, the things they are selling in each of these shops may not be all the same. So if you wanted to really take time to look through the merchandise, you have to budget extra time for the shops. And this is the shop at platform 9 3/4 around 6:54. It wasn't busy at all. And this is the last shop after I completed the tour at around 9:17 to 9:31. And the entire studio is closed at 10 p.m. And I had queued for 40 minutes just to pay for one butterbeer. And I have to give credit to the team because they had 10 cashiers and 8 were running at full speed. And even then, it was a lot of people queuing. And the one thing that really drives parents crazy is that while you were queuing, they have all these short shelves that's like roughly at the children's height, and they put all kinds of small stuff there. So even during that 40 minutes of queuing, you could still browse things and buy things. And somehow on the day when I was there, there's this mad rush kind of feeling to really buy before the shop closed. Because if you don't have the ticket, you also cannot enter the studio shop, right? So, and there was a story happened right in front of me. There was a British family with 2 children aged somewhere between 8 to 12. And for some reason, one of the children wanted a wand. And the mother was explaining that it wasn't really worth that £30. Besides, coming to the studio, where else could you have used it? She asked the children. And then I sensed tension kind of building up among the 4 of them, and nobody, talk anymore. And then it seems the father, just couldn't take the pressure and caved in. And then he brought this kid away to look for the wand. And then suddenly the other kid burst into tears because I think they probably have, spoken before they came to the shop and they say, no wand. And this other kid may felt unfair. So I really hope that doesn't happen to your trip. I mean, if you come all the way with your children and you want to have a happy ending, right? And not like this. So I think, like Emily's mom said, if you could really have a budget for the gift shop and even maybe already bought something before the trip, that might help. For myself, I had only bought one bottle of butterbeer at the studio shop for $4.95. And earlier in August, when I was at the King's Cross station, I had one photo taken at the platform by the staff, so that was £10. And I bought the Hogwarts patch, which is the school badge on my cape. That was £4.95. And that's all I spent on merchandising. And for international visitors, since there are several shops that you could choose from, I mean, beside these 3 at the studio, there is one at King's Cross in London, there's one at Heathrow Airport, which I haven't been to, and then there's also the online shop. So I will make a separate video to just show like what's the difference between these few shops.